Hello. How's everybody doing? We're getting ready to get started here. Just wanted to make sure you guys know it's Slow Down Sunday and we'll be kind of taking it chill and just kind of relaxing. And somewhere in the background, I have Melissa Jade's live on from last night. So if you hear somebody talking in the background, that's who it is. But I wanted to just take a minute and let you know, hey, we're here. And I'm almost ready to get started. How about you? And join me here. Hi, this is Rosa Lang, Helene Rose, but most of you know me as Rosa Lang, or as John Crime says, Rosling. Yeah, no, Rosa Lang. It's okay. I know he's over there live on his right now, so I had to kind of drop it like it's hot and get over here. But I really enjoy Mr. John Crimes and It's Been Real and all his wonderful channels because he has a lot of neat information going on over there. So I have my coffee. I hope you have your beverage of choice for whatever time it is in your time zone. Hi, Catlin. Glad you made it. IDK Bo Diddley. I'm glad you're here. This is an actual. What the hell is that? Sorry. That curl in the middle of my forehead gets rather frustrating at times. Just, yeah, whatever it's going to do, it's going to do. But it doesn't matter because it'll slow down Sunday. Look, that mic even picks up this in my dry hands. But today I just kind of wanted to really calm myself and thereby calm you guys in hopes that, one, you enjoy the ASMR voice, and two, that I can find some uplifting phrases or poems or poster sayings that can help us all kind of get calm, relax into ourselves, come back to present time, and just kind of chill for a little bit. So I found some things that some people may enjoy. But if there's something specific that you would like to see or like to discuss or like me to address, I need you to leave me a note in chat on what that might be. Or you can always email me because I'm open to that. But I do want to make sure that we're connecting as community because that's one of my main goals of this channel is to build a community wherein people find they are not alone, wherein people find that there is hope no matter what situation you're going through. There's hope that it won't always be that way. Right, Catlin? So, yeah, I see you, Bo Diddley. Let me go ahead and get you up there. It says, I need calming. Big change coming for me this week. Again, deep breaths. And in a minute, I'm going to get into some of the things that I have found that help me, and I've suggested to others that has helped them to stop the anxiety spiral before it goes too far. So I'm going to kind of aim at that here in a minute. But I do want to put some housekeeping things up there for the replay crew. I just want you to know, and yes, I took that saying from Emily D. Baker, who's an amazing creator. I do want you to know that, you can watch the whole thing, you can speed it up. I purposefully speak in a metered way so that when the video is sped up, you will still be able to hear all of it clearly. and still get some value out of it, I hope. So just want to make sure that you guys know, just release the tension, take a deep breath. It's time for a new chair. This one's getting extremely uncomfortable. But I do want to make sure that you know that there are people out here that care, that most of what we experience in our lives that we think is negative is really to cause a change and push us back to the path we're supposed to be on. No matter how horrible it may seem at the moment, no matter how negative and chaotic it may be at the moment, it's really to encourage you to change your path and go another way. So hopefully that will make some sense to you and something you can take to heart. Let's get that stuff off the screen and get some other stuff going on here if I can. Yep, nope, that's not what I'm looking for. So let me get to, and I'm going to be reading off another screen over here because I did not commit this stuff to memory, because I know if it's written down, I can refer back to it. And I don't have to keep it all in my head, because at this point, random access memory isn't always available and it's very random. Coffee mug made by a dear friend years ago that is just gorgeous. It's got so much detailing in it. And this is the one I take camping. And I went on that wonderful camp out last week. That was phenomenal. Big kudos to Miss Lorelei and all the people that helped her in getting that created and bringing it to fruition. It was amazing. It was on building communities also. So I didn't even take a sip. So if there's anything, like I said, if there's anything special that you folks would like me to address or to bring up in future videos, let me know. Let me know, because this is my platform, but it's for your ideas as well. So let me get over here to another screen. And one of the things that I was looking for, my initial search was calming quotes for hope, because my channel is about trying to give you hope, give us hope for the future, and not necessarily be mired down in all the negativity and chaos of the present world, right? So I practice mindfulness on one hand to be calm and peaceful. On the other hand, as I practice mindfulness and live a life of peace, I hope to inspire others for a future of peace. It's got a beautiful lotus on it. And I couldn't repeat that if you tried. I practice mindfulness on one hand to be calm and peaceful. On the other hand, as I practice mindfulness and live a life of peace, I hope to inspire hope for a future of peace. That's more correct. There was never a night or a problem that could not defeat sunrise or hope. Never, never, never. Do not anticipate trouble or worry about what may never happen. That's interesting. Here's one, but it's rather dark. Let me see if I can brighten that one up. There are no great people in this world, only great challenges which ordinary people rise to meet. That's food for thought. There are no great people in this world, only great challenges which ordinary people rise to meet. Have you risen to meet a great challenge and been thought a great person? You know, there's something, well, I'm going to do that in just a minute, about the 5 things. There are people every day going through lots of crises. In their mind, in their opinion, there are crises going on. And to you and I, it may not look like such a big deal. It's like, well, I've been through that before and I got through it. Why are they having such a hard time with it? Because it's their path. It's not my path. And the things that are the things that are on my mind in the forefront that cause me anxiety or worry may be things that someone else has never experienced or has, again, already experienced, and it was nothing. I already got I did that, got the t-shirt, all that stuff, right? But there are people that are at such different paths in their journey and different levels in their journey of this path we call life that they can't see past the trees, as it were. It's they're so steeped. One can be so steeped in the moment and the worry of the possibilities that may never occur that you can't see through it because you're so focused on the worries. You're so focused on one is so focused on the what ifs. And again, that's a negative downward spiral, right? Because it is so easy for some of us to delude ourselves into thinking, oh my God, it's going to get worse and worse and worse and worse. And then I'm going to do this and this is going to happen and that's going to happen. And it's like, take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Realize that you're here right now and it's going to be okay. And it came to pass, right? It couldn't pass if it didn't get here. So I hope you know you're capable and significant, even when it feels like you're not. I hope you know that you are capable and significant, even when it feels like you're not. Exactly, Bo Diddley. Exactly. Right? I used to think the worst and hope for the best. And it served me well. Because, okay, if this, what I'm thinking right here, if this is the worst possible thing that could happen, then the rest is gravy, right? Because, okay, I can see how that's going to work out. And if that's the worst possible case I can think of, yeah, it might be worse. Yeah, it might be better. But if that's the worst I can bring to mind, then I've already conquered it. So, yeah. I hope you know you're capable and significant, even when it feels like you're not. I like that one too. Let's see. Disappointment. Let's see if I can get this here. Oh, no. Wrong way. Buttons. Who's got the buttons? Disappointment always arrives before hope. And the darkness of the night comes before the dawn. Don't lose hope now because things will be brighter with the new day. And that's attributed to a Henry Rollins. But disappointment always arrives before hope. And if you have, I have learned over the past couple of weeks, through Inspire Nation YouTube channel with Michael Sandler, that if you have no expectations of outcome, then you can't be disappointed. But the minute we put an expectation on the outcome of a thought, of a project, of whatever we're looking at, if we put an expectation on it, then we're going to be disappointed or we're going to be let down or things are not going to go the way we expect because things have a natural way of evolving. And if we put an expectation on things, that's opening the door for disappointment and regret and resentment and all those other nasty things. But hey, Canine Rescue, glad you're here. Yep, think the worst, hope for the best. And if it does, worse does happen, you're mentally prepared. Exactly. And that's the way I look at things for a long time. Now it's still a cycle I go through, but I try and remind myself that, yeah, but what if it goes well? And it works out well. And good morning to you, sweetie. I had to actually turn my heat on today, guys. It was cold. It was 55 degrees in my house. I think it was 58 outside. So yeah, I live in the shade of a huge tree, and it's lovely in the summer when it's hot, but when it start getting cold, yeah, I had to turn on the heat. I actually have a turtleneck on, and I have layers. It's crazy. It's crazy because it's not that cold outside. But yeah, so we're spreading hope and positivity. Let me get some more up here. What kind of things do you guys do to remind yourself that it's okay to take a deep breath? It may look like chaos. It may look like all is oh, woe is me. What do you do to pull yourself out? Well, I'm going to tell you in a minute what I found. Let's see, I'm trying not to turn it on, right? I usually wait till the end of October, like the week before Halloween, and I turned it on a week early. So I don't feel horrible. It's just, I do a lot of camping, so I try and keep myself acclimated to the weather. And if I get it too warm in here or too hot, then when I camp overnight, I need more blankets, or I need to come home because it's too hot or too cold or whatever. But it works for me. It works for me. Let's see. When one tunes into nature's frequency, life becomes change. Change becomes hope. When one tunes in to nature's frequency, life becomes change. Change becomes hope. Hope is being able to see that there's a light despite of all the darkness. And that's kind of what I'm putting out there for you guys. It's even when everything looks dark, you can still hope that you can hope again someday. And I'm getting all kinds of things. I hope you cannot hear all those bingy bingies. Let's see. That one we did. The true heroes of life are not triumphant warriors, but the defeated who find that ray of hope. Again, the true heroes of life are not triumphant warriors, but the defeated who find a ray of hope. Plant seeds of happiness, hope, success, love, and it will come back to you in abundance. That is the law of nature. Well, I don't know about that, but it sounds pretty, right? Let's see. This one is, I hope we will not be so characterized, religious people, as being so narrow and so biased towards people not of their own religion. They cannot even work with them in this coming cause to which you say they are committed. Okay, Barney Frank, I don't know what you're trying to say there. Let me try and read it again. I hope we will not be so characterized religious people as being so narrow and so biased towards people not of their own religion that they cannot even work with them in common cause to which you say they are committed. Somebody want to make sense of that to me? Oh, look, I got a bunch of people coming in. Hey, DJ Record Hound, I am so glad you're here. DJ H Record Hound. I hardly ever get it right. I'm so sorry. I just call you Darren. Geez, I must have dialed AM instead of FM for those frequencies. Right? You're so funny. I'm so glad you guys are here for a Slow Down Sunday. It's there was something came across one of my feeds that someone was having, and I'm not sure that this person is the only person that has issues with anxiety or even anxiety disorder, but I'm not going to go that far as to say that's what it was. But where you get overwhelmed and you start clamming up and making yourself small, and the squirrels in your head are just going round and round and round, and there's not a whole lot that you can see because you're all caught up in the oh my god, oh my god, oh my gods, what if this, what if that, whatever, what do they think of me, oh my god, should I have worn the shirt? I mean, things that make you lose your focus. And one of the things that came to mind, pardon me, as I was looking at this person's plea is a long time ago, a while back, a friend told me what helps them to help their child. And I started doing it with my guys, and it worked out so well that I want to just share with you a few things here. People get so caught up in the details of their religion, they won't help others due to their religious beliefs, in your own opinion. And I agree. Sometimes when certain people, when individuals get caught up or really excited about their belief system, and sometimes it's religion, sometimes it's a hobby, sometimes it's something, but they get so full of the excitement of their find that they want to share it. And sometimes they got so caught up in the details that they are no longer able to see other options. They are no longer able to see or come to grips with other belief systems or other hobbies or other views, or how other people view what the first individual is experiencing. So I know that there are particular creators that I watch that are very adamant about their own platform and what they are espousing. And I'm very excited for them. I'm thrilled for them that they found a focus, they found a purpose, and they're just out there just blazing away at this purpose. And I'm thrilled for them. And I want to be there when they find out other things that may not be quite so in line with what they've been given. Does that make sense? That when they wake up, it's an interesting journey, this thing we call life. And I just want to make sure that I help with these few things, again, that I was starting to talk about. And the whole purpose of this particular live is to give you a chance to break the anxiety circle. And it doesn't have to be anxiety. This is anytime you don't feel like that you're not able to focus. Okay. Anytime you feel you're not able to focus, these are 5 things that I want you to try. I want you to look around and see. Okay. Number 5, look around and see 5 things you can see. Maybe it's things in your room, maybe it's things out the window, maybe it's things outside, but 5 things you can visibly see. For example, I see my camera. I see my monitor. I see my microphone. I see my other monitor. Is that 5? That's 4. And I see a roll of tape. It's just to get you focusing on things. It could be, oh my God, I see a monster coming through my door. Yeah, no, I don't. The door's back there. But 5 things you can see. Okay? Then 4 things you can touch. So you're using your senses. 4 things you can touch. I can touch my mic. I can touch my monitor. I can touch the shelves here. That's 3. And 4, I can touch the floor and feel the rug and the hardness of the floor underneath it. And it's just not just boom, 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 but touch and experience the feel of what it is you're touching. Okay? So first, 5 things you can see and not just glance at, but oh, look. Okay. Okay. And take a deep breath as you're doing these things. And 4 things you can touch. And touch. And sometimes you actually need to feel the sock on the mic or the curls in the hair. Just really experience it. 3 things you can feel. 3 things you can hear. 5 things you can see. 4 things you can touch. 3 things you can hear. Well, I can hear my heater just went on. I can hear it reverbing in the mic. And I can still hear Melissa Jade's live from last night going on in the other room. 5 things to see. 4 things to touch. 3 things you can hear. 2 things you can smell. I can smell the incense that I burnt earlier. And I can smell the toast I made before I came live. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. I have my coffee. No, I'm not trying to make light of this, because this works for so many people that if you find yourself being anxious, I want you to try and remember 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. I really just want you to be able to get that, so that you realize that it kind of brings you back to present time. And I know that's a concept from another belief system, but it brings you back into your body. It brings you back to now. It brings you back to, okay, wait. Whew. Okay, now what was I going through? So that was my important bit for today. So I want to make sure you guys got that. Let me get back here and chat and see where I left off. I take 1 minute at a time, trying to look not too far down the road. Exactly. We have gas heat, so once I turn it on, we start getting it. So do I. But my gas bill has been incredibly low, so I'm good with that, and I don't have to leave it on. I could just turn it on like before I go to bed. Geez, I must have died late. Boy, am I that far back in chat? Right. Okay, so we caught up there. Religion is for those who believe in hell. Spirituality is for those who have been through hell. That's really good. That's really good. Thank you for that. I'd say more at a Christian not willing to help a Muslim or vice versa due to difference in beliefs. And that's my point. If there are people who believe differently, we all believe differently, what's to say I can set aside my belief system and at least hear what you have to say, and maybe try and figure it out change my paradigm and do it from what you're telling me instead of just assuming because a guy's standing up on stage, this is the way it is. Yeah, I'm not going to believe that. I'm going to get a book, read what the book said about it, and then try and figure out, why is he telling me this when the book says, yeah. So I don't play that game anymore. But yeah, I appreciate your input there. Exactly, Darren. I was trying to help decipher a verse whistling red, confused her. Right? I don't even remember when that was. Pardon me. Yeah, okay. I get you. Maria's Kitty Cats. Hello, sweetie. I'm glad you made it. I see my 5Q for babies I could touch, cuddle, snuggle, kiss. Yeah, right. Okay. And that's what I'm talking about, okay? That's a good centering tool. I have found it to be one of the better centering tools that works for me, besides just closing my eyes and breathing, because closing my eyes is my way to shut it all out. And that's not what I need to do at that point in time. I need to regroup. I need to center. I need to ground. Hey, Phoenix Project, glad you made it. So we're talking about the centering tools or refocusing tools when someone is feeling anxious. Just going to go over them real quick again, because I know Miss Phoenix Projects has experienced this and uses this in her life. The 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. So it's a great coping technique for anxiety. And for any time you're feeling flustered, not necessarily even anxious, maybe overwhelmed. I mean, anxiety might not even enter into it, but a type of anxiety does. So 5 things you can see, 4 things you can touch, 3 things you can hear, 2 things you can smell, and 1 thing you can taste. So yeah, and it's not a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, it's 1. Really take it in like you've never seen it before and move on to the next thing. So at least I know that this particular technique has worked for lots of people. And if you find yourself in a position where you can't think straight, you can't breathe straight, you can't move forward, one, use this technique. If that doesn't work, reach out to somebody on chat, because we all have been, most of us here, especially those of us with channels, have been through something like that we might be able to at least talk you down, talk you off the ledge, because it is a reality, especially when you're going through it. It's extremely challenging. So I want to thank you guys for being here. That's been our 30-minute calming, relaxing Sunday morning, Slow Down Sunday. I'm going to go ahead and end this live. But those of you who want, watch for me. I'll be going live again in just a moment so we can continue this or talk about whatever you wish. I want to thank you guys again for being here, and I will talk to you again very, very soon. Bye.